Hello, friends, and welcome back again to another episode of Tomato Plays. My name's SoSlo, your resident tomato average player, where I bring you gameplay from new tanks that Wargaming has that I have never played before. I set them up and take them out for the first time with you along to see kind of what my thoughts are of being an average player and whether I think that whatever tank that Wargaming's put out is worth trying to get. So, this episode, we have the Tier 8 Type 63 Japanese heavy tank. This Japanese heavy tank is a little bit of a departure from the other line of your that end up at the Type 5 with the big super heavy tank. This is a little more almost French influence, if you ask me. It does have a little bit of an articulating turret here, it appears to, anyways, with where the thing pops out. And that's the wrong button. Go back. Has a 105 millimeter gun with 320 average damage, 230 on the AP, 290 on the gold round, and 53 pen on the HE shell. Your dispersion at 100 meters is 0.38. 14-second. I'm sorry, a 10-second reload with a rate of fire right around 5 shots per minute. So it seems to be, to me, kind of small at tier 8, but it does say it's a tier 9 gun. So we will take this guy into battle and see what happens. I set this up. Now there is something kind of funky here. Your commander does indeed also have the loader function. The one thing that I did notice is that you can use if any of the tier 4, 5, or 6 heavy tanks from the Japanese heavy line, and you should be able to put them if you still have those commanders or you previously had them and you trained any of the Adrenaline Rush, Safe Stowage, or Intuition, you would be able to use that. If you are currently like grinding for some reason tier 4, 5, or 6, yeah, 4, 5, or 6. Well, let me double check that. But if you're grinding any of those, you will have I'm sorry, 3, 4, or 5. No, not 5, just 3 or 4. So either 3 or 4, you're going to have these crews. The commanders do also double as the loader on either the tier 3 or tier 4, and you can use them within this tank. So you might already have a crew skill that's already there. If you like playing the tier 3 and 4 for whatever reason, that will be transferred into this tank. Otherwise, you got your gunner, your driver, and your radio operator. So from that aspect, it's kind of strange, but it's not, because that just tells me that Wargaming, is possibly looking to add another heavy tank line into the Japanese line that will go this route, and they're going to split about the 4. So you have the 5 going to the super heavies, and then a 5 in the new line. Maybe, I don't know. I'm completely speculating here. I could be completely wrong. So take that with a grain of salt. I have no idea. This is all just me pulling stuff out of the air and being like, hey, wouldn't that be nice? So, but again, some of the stats, like I said, your average damage is 320. Your average penetration is 230. Your armors or your hit points are 1,420. I swear I can talk. Your hull in the front is 80, 55, and 40, sides and rear, and your turret is 175, 120, and 50. You do appear to have maybe a little bit of spaced armor here on the cheeks. Maybe not. But it does have a pretty decent angle, so you'd have to go look at an armor inspector or watch Quickie Baby or Skill to get a better idea. I am not here to give you some sort of in-depth review. I'm here to tell you what I, as a run-of-the-mill average player, think about this tank once we take it into battle. Like I said, you get to see my first couple of games, and I will give you an idea. As a warning, the stats of this tank are subject to minor changes, the stats and the characteristics. Wargaming may or may not still fiddle with these towards the end of the month. They will release a micro patch that will have that will be like the concrete solid. This is what it is right before the tanks are released for all of the Christmas boxes, because you can get this tank out of a Christmas box. That's how you are going to be able to get it. So with that said, what else do we got? Mobility is 40 miles an hour. It's a quick boy. And your view range is 420, which seems pretty average for a lot of heavy tanks. So I went with vents. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't go with vents. That was my secondary loadout. Hardening and rammer and vertical stabilizer. Now, I think we'll see once we get into battle kind of where I feel like the vertical stabilizer is. And kind of we'll go from there. So let's go get into it. Let's find out what this thing is. We'll take it for the very first battle. So nothing like a little stroll on Prokhorovka to make your day just pleasant and fine. Kind of have a feeling that been getting a lot of the maps that are have the events on them. So I'm not really sure. Well, we might see a lot of some of the same maps here. Hopefully we don't, but you know, when you get on proc, there's not much you can do to make things happen until somebody makes things happen. So we're just gonna continue to get a shot at him. We're just gonna find a spot to kind of sit and shoot things, hopefully, until we have a spot we can go and shoot things. Back up here, get into launch one. I think we're going to go be a little aggressive here. Maybe try and get into the dip. See what this thing has. Doing 40 kilometers an hour downhill into the valley here. We're just going to see if we can't pop up, get in here, and hopefully not take any or too much damage. Okay, spotted. Oh, nice little snapshot there. We're not bouncing anything, which is awesome, being shot by all the things. And this right here, folks, is a true tomato plays playthrough, because by golly, we're gonna die in the first 45 seconds. Sure would love it if our light tank would actually try and get into a position that he could spot some stuff in front of us, and maybe I could shoot those things. If this Bizanet decides to push up, I'm gonna be out of trouble. Best bet I will have, the best chance I will have will be if I can track him before he crests the hill, and then all the tanks behind me finish him off. That. Spaced armor force here. But we now have a light tank and they do not. We have eyeballs and they do not. Have some E25s. Those guys could be doing something. They're super sneaky. They could move up, but they're not. Watch out! You're near the danger zone. Oh, we have things that are gonna. So I haven't actually seen the The airplane's blowing up or whatever. Crashing. Oh my goodness, here they come. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at that. Kablooey. I wonder if they're okay. I don't think they are. Let's see maybe if we can put some sneaky. Oh. And there goes not our light tank. Died behind me. I heard it go boom. Nothing? Nothing again. I really want to shoot some of these things, but Kablooey. Come on, boys, finish him. They're coming for me. There we go. That's teamwork. Teamwork making the dream work. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that Bizanet really wants to do the same thing. Oh no. Oh well. Proc probably wasn't the best idea for this tank anyway, so we'll head back to the garage to see what we can get for our next battle, because it's got to be better than this one. We're just going to pretend that last battle didn't happen. So here's our second game in the Type 63. The first game, it was lost. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, so it was not a great game. Not a great game. But I did see a few things. Just wasn't a good setup for us in this tank. Having Prokhorovka with a heavy tank, just... So, we are going to take this new Japanese heavy tank and see what we can do. And of course we're going to take it to the medium side, because why would we go with the heavy side? Who wants to do that? What's the fun in that? Absolutely not. That's what the fun is. There is no fun, so we're going to... Oh. Get spotted. What? Use our pretty good gun depression here. So maybe up here? Somebody up. Need that guy. Who's it gonna be? Gotta be... What, here maybe? Oh, not there. else could he do that he would spot? Okay. Oh, it looks like this thing has a little bit of a trick from its Japanese medium tank. And it can adjust its suspension to get a little bit better. So it must be out of its spotting range. Maybe there? Oh, he'd see me. Spotting distance. I don't know, but I'm kind of stuck here. So we are down a heavy tank and a medium. Not great. Scoot up here and see if we can get in trouble again. Because why not? Dude, that's a scorpion that shot us earlier. In the gun. Fortunate. I'm not gonna die. What is that? That got a big thumbs up. Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Still looking for the thing that spotted me. Our ELC is leaving lots to be desired. For like. Well, nuts. What do we do now? Guess we just sit here. Take a nap, maybe? I don't know. What can I tell you about this tank? There he is. There is that dirty, rotten little stinker. Where was he that he was spotting? Now I'm being spotted by something else. Are you for real? Awesome, I have no backup whatsoever. Bummer. Alright. I'm gonna pretend both those battles didn't happen. But I think we're in a little bit better position on this one. So this time I got rid of the hardening and I just went with the standard vent rammer and vert stab to see if I like that better. So we're gonna go up to the hill here. We're gonna see maybe if we can get into something that resembles a hull down gun depression fight, use our turret and see if that is more helpful. However, we are slow. My goodness, 15 kilometers an hour heading up the hill. Just rough. Oh, my crew's inside saying, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. So I gotta say, this tank is a little, like the last two maps we got were not, I guess, the best for it. And maybe it's just me. I'm just an average player. Sometimes I'm less than an average player. It all kind of depends on the day. Oh my. We were super slow here getting up. We're gonna put a shot into him. And paint something on the. At all. Oh dear, there's a blimp. Flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Six Black is having a bad day. Uh-oh. Somebody shut the blimp. He's in trouble. Really? Here's that slow reload again. I bounced the bottom of his tank. Okay. Very interesting. What the heck? The hill won? Huh? How did that happen? Those guys should have absolutely destroyed. Oh, you did not just... Gotcha. Okay, so we're getting some damage here. We're ending up with some... Oh my gosh, that missed. I can't believe that. Oh, wow. Well, looks like this is the best game that we might get. I need to play a couple more games in this to kind of get a little bit better feel for it. But on the hold down portion, it seemed to work all right. Apparently we ran away too soon. I don't know. Let's head back to the garage. So normally with these slower heavies, I usually do a little bit better because I don't get in trouble with them as fast, right? That seems to not be the case with these guys though. For sure. So yeah, we're doing 630 damage with 432. Still made a profit of 14,000 credits. You know, 19 shots, 4 hits, 3 pens on this battle on Fisherman's Bay. But I did take quite a few blind shots trying to hit things, and apparently that did not get me anywhere. I did end up with almost 20,000 credits. And again, we're not running boosters. So tier 8 heavy tank, you know, has okay armor. You can get it hull down. I think you'll be all right. I don't know. Like I said, if you want, you know, those more in-depth, here's the armor layout, go watch Quickie Baby Your Skill. They'll be able to tell you all the stuff that all that stuff that matters. This game I just apparently went to the wrong spot and I didn't stick with it. However, not spending any money on any consumables, so I didn't have that. Made a 69,000 credits on 1,000 damage game with no kills, I don't believe. No, one kill. One kill. I can't complain about that. That's a pretty good result. So what do I think of the Type 63? I think that it's all right. I think it's going to take me a little while to get used to it. And once I do, then, and you combine it with probably a little better maps and stuff, I think it'll be all right. You could probably drop the, if you really wanted to keep hardening, you could probably drop the vert stabilizer for vents. Yes, I don't in the shots that I took and stuff, I didn't really see a huge need for it. It's not like the gun is all over the place. The accuracy isn't terrible. It's kind of personal preference. I would probably go vents instead of the vert stab if I was going to do anything. But if I really, really, really wanted to keep a hold of that hardening. Other than that, I think it was an all right tank. Has an interesting mechanic there with the ability to do its suspension gun depression. So yeah, here we go. Negative 14 degrees gun depression and elevation negative or positive 9, and that is because there is that suspension, shoots up and actually pushes the back of the tank, kind of like the STB. So maybe that'll be a trick if Wargaming decides to turn this into an actual line, which they might. You never know. If they got enough tanks out there that they can do it with, there's a chance. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what you think. Again, it's a Christmas box tank, so go out there and try and win yourself a Christmas box. Take care, and we'll catch you for the next one.